Constable McKinley, this is Constable Cooper. What's your problem?
Hecko Farrell and Bert James. Crazy I poots the pair of them.
Which one would that be singing?
O'Farrell. Always sneaking down there.
Sometimes we lose half a day's blasting before we can wink them out.
Right then.
Mr. O'Farrell? Mr. O'Farrell, it's Constable Cooper of the Mount Thomas Police. Can you come out, please?
Yeah.
So where's all the gold?
You didn't expect to be tripping over nuggets, did you, Dash?
No. Just thought,
Yeah.
Mr. O'Farrell, I presume.
Right. Now, you're going to stay out of the mine, or do we have to get you charged with trespass?
Trespass? Me and Bert was mining that patch when them two ponces were still dirty in their nappies.
Yeah, well, I think you should come down to the station with us, Mr. O'Farrell.
Oh, I go nowhere.
Yes, you are.
Bert! Bert!
It's all right, Mr. O'Farrell. We're not going to leave your mate behind. Come on.
Rotten, stinking mongrel stealing our mine. Yous are the trespassing ones, not me.
Come on.
Another one to go.
All right, let's get the other one. Mr. James! Hey, Bet, you there? Mr. James!
Charming. Your wife.
Oh, it must be all right. They've been doing it for 40 years. Mr. James? Adam. Mount Thomas 308 to VKC. We have an injured man here. We need an ambulance urgently. Thanks, Mr. Burgess.
I reckon he had a fall.
Mr. O'Farrell, the gentleman reported hearing a brawl earlier.
Me and Bert?
Well, it could have been thieves. Do you blokes have anything of value they might have been after?
Only the colour, but they'd never. Hell.
It's colour.
Gold dust.
It's gone. Someone swiped our gold.
Now, the missing gold dust, Mr. O'Farrell, you say you kept it in the meat safe.
That's what I said.
Right. A jar like this?
Wrong brand.
Yeah, well, apart from the brand. So
Wrong size. Bert always bought the bigger one and reckoned it was better value.
fair enough. So what are we talking about? The 150-gram size?
Search me. I never could get the hang of all this metric crap.
Okay. Now, what is it? This big?
About that.
How much did the gold weigh?
Grams or ounces?
Forget about the weight, Mr. O'Farrell. How much was it worth?
Let's see. Jar was nearly full. Been 3 years since we cashed in the last lot.
About 6,000 or 7,000 by today's prices.
Sounds about right.
Dollars or pounds?
What makes you so sure that Burgess and Kinsella had tried to steal your gold?
Why not? Stole the old bloody mine from it, didn't they?
Right, so you're saying that Bert sprung him with their hand in the cookie jar, or meat safe in this case. They bashed him and tried to blame you for it. Is that what you're saying?
Catches on real quick, don't he?
This argument must have been pretty loud.
No, they didn't seem too worried about who overheard them.
Well, you were concerned about?
Yeah, of course we were.
Not concerned enough to butt in.
Didn't think it was our business. Wish we had now.
Well, why do you think O'Farrell might have turned on his old mate?
Don't think he knows what he's doing half the time. He's so eaten up with bitterness over this lease thing.
What lease thing?
Old Heck and Bert had the mine for donkey's years. Lease came up and whichever one of them was supposed to renew it obviously forgot. That's how Matt and I got it.
Well, no gold mines left in WA. Oh, I saw your plates. You're Perth boys.
Yeah, Matt is. I'm from Kalgoorlie.
That's a long way to travel looking for gold.
Well, they came from all over the world in the old days.
Well, the same, you must be pretty serious.
Yeah, we are. Looked into this mining caper pretty thoroughly. Invested in the latest equipment. Oh, we wanted a sure thing, and Victoria seemed like to go.
Well, old Heck and Bert haven't found so much as a gram of gold in that
hang on.
mine.
What about the gold dust, though?
It's found in the creek.
Oh, there's gold in the mine. There's nothing sure.
So you're saying that Energy and Minerals didn't send you the paperwork?
Yeah. By the time we got round to worrying about it, those other bludgers had staked their claim.
Well, you could have appealed, couldn't you?
We wasn't meant to receive it. Some no-hoping public servant was getting his palm greased, that's plain.
So you reckon the Kinsella and Burgess have been bribing someone?
Well, that's what I just said, isn't it? Crikey. Worse than talking to a flaming parrot.
Heck, O'Farrell and Bert James, they've been working that bit of land down by the creek forever. Not that they find much gold, about enough to keep them in grog and rollies. But
No history of disputes?
Well, best of mates, for as long as anyone can remember. How is Bert, anyway?
Well, he's unconscious still.
What about this trespass business?
Well, O'Farrell's been charged, not that he's likely to go back to that mine again.
Burgess and Kinsella are both clean skins.
Well, I didn't think they were going to risk their mining operation for a jar of gold dust.
So who's left?
Yes.
Why would Heck steal his own gold?
It's Bert's gold too, remember?
Well, if he did it, he'll be too cunning to try and cash it in.
Well, it's more likely he'd stash it until the heat was off, isn't it?
You coming?
Where?
Well, let's talk about gold. I fancy a little prospecting myself.
What's wrong, Doyle? Not scared of the dark, are you?
See this vein of quartz?
It's here, yeah.
See how it thins out? That's a pretty sure sign. Somewhere behind this wall, we reckon there's a large deposit of gold. All we've got to do is... kaboom! We could be filthy rich.
Well, that's fascinating, Mr. Burgess, but we should be getting back...
What's down here?
Where? Down there? There's nothing down there for us. Come on.
Want a job done properly?
I wouldn't. We blasted down there last week, nearly brought the whole show down on their heads.
So, you two going to stick around for the fireworks?
You going to blast today? Now?
Yeah.
You all right? No, just before you just seemed...
No, it didn't bother
seemed
me.
to bother you
Why?
a little bit.
No.
You sure?
What?
Didn't freak you out?
Well, let's just say that crawling around in the bowels of the earth under God knows how many tons of rock isn't my idea of a swinging time.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Since when do gold nuggets just drop out of thin air, especially when you two are there as witnesses?
Well, I mean, it has happened before. The welcome stranger was turned up by a cartwheel, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kinsella and Burgess are supposed to be both.
Yeah, but there's a certain amount of luck involved.
Yeah, and those two certainly seem to be having more than their fair share of it.
Sleeping Beauty's awake.
Hey?
It was the hospital. Bert James. You want to talk to him, don't you?
Yeah. Thanks.
No worries.
Well, hang on a tick. Now, say again.
You all right? He's in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, did you and Mr. O'Farrell argue this morning?
No. We had a loud discussion, that's all. Most of our discussions are loud.
Oh, fair enough. Now, what did happen, sir?
Well, suits me. I mean, Heck went off after breakfast, as per usual, left me with the dishes, as per usual. Somebody must have sneaked in the tent and then clobbered me on the back of the head.
I really understand your reluctance to dob in a maid, but you see, I need to know the truth.
No, look, Heck didn't do this. I mean, my hearing might be up the spout. There's nothing wrong with me nose. When Heck's been on a muscatel, I can smell him from 20 paces.
Okay. That's a good point. Okay, well, all the best. Thanks for your time.
Right.
Thanks again for your time, Mr. James.
Always got time for a good-looking Sheila like you, love.
How long are they going to keep you in here for?
Couple of days. They want to muck around with me medication.
Yeah? What medication's that?
Oh, I don't know. It's for me crook ticker. They reckon I ought to have one of them bypass jobs. I'm not getting into that sort of thing.
You rotten old bugger. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, come on, Heck. Keep your smalls on.
How long have you known?
Since 1979. Still going strong, aren't I?
It's a wonder. When do you have to have this operation?
Not having it.
Oh, yes, you are, Digger. That's final. When?
She'll be right. We always was, wasn't we?
Hey, you?
Bert told us that he would have smelt him.
It's called olfactory fatigue, Mags. Look, it's when you get so used to a smell, right? You don't smell it anymore.
I just don't believe that he'd bash his best
He
mate.
had opportunity and he had motive to keep the colour for himself. Look, I'm not saying he meant to do it. But I think it's... What? Where is everyone?
They're out at the mine, providing impromptu security for the press conference.
What press conference?
Sorry, this area is temporarily off limits to the public.
Oh, I'm not the public. I'm
Vienna!
Jamie!
What are you doing here? How'd you find us?
Oh, well, it wasn't easy. Whitewater rafting holiday. I got that pink on with you.
That's real, all right, babe. We're going to be rolling in it.
Diana, what a lovely surprise.
You know how I hate being predictable.
If I could have you boys back here for just a few more minutes, please.
Yes. This is Deanna Delbridge, and she's part of the team.
Looks like three's a bit of a crowd.
He's trouble.
Mr. O'Farrell, how's your mate getting along?
Bloody miracle he didn't slip off a twig when he heard about this.
Come on, he just wants to have a squeeze.
Must be a sad day for you, Mr. O'Farrell. 40 years of toil and someone else claims the prize.
She's a beaut, all right.
Nutcase. Total fruitcake.
I don't know where it came from, but it wasn't my mine. That's all he'd say.
That's the only thing that made any sense.
Well, that's not saying very much. Mean anything to you?
No.
Well, at least old Heck took it a lot better than I thought he would. Mr. Kinsella, Mr. Burgess, how can I help you?
I'm afraid we've got a bit of a problem.
Major problem. Someone's stolen our nugget.
It's not exactly the Bank of England, is it?
Well, I thought it'd be safe enough with me.
You don't create a lot of noise, especially if they're pros, either. Just the same, so you must be a very heavy sleeper.
Well, a couple of glasses of champagne, you couldn't wake me with a bucket of cold water.
Had more than a couple last night. We all did.
Where was the nugget while you were celebrating?
With us, downstairs.
Excuse me, Stu. Well, there's no sign of a forced entry. Nothing in the other room.
What time did you go to bed, sir?
9:30.
Anybody in the bar take a special interest?
Yeah. Heck O'Farrell.
Yeah, Heck was here all right. He was doing his damnedest to wipe himself off the face of the earth.
Poor old Heck. I think he had a bit of a bad day yesterday, what with one thing and another.
Did he seem preoccupied with the nugget?
Well, he did come over all strange when someone asked him how much it was worth. He said whoever bought it better get it checked out and valued by an expert. But, you know, I wasn't really listening. You know what he's like when he starts rambling.
What time did he leave?
Well, he certainly wasn't one of those I had to chase out at closing time.
Oh. Well, because when you opened up this morning, did you notice any windows or doors locked? Or...
No, she would have told us.
Oh, no, I'm just asking. How do I ask questions? That's what I do.
Yeah.
So, this harmless old coot, who must be well into his 70s, by the way, waits his chance, nicks upstairs, forces the lock on Kinsella's door, and makes off with a piece of metal that probably weighs more than he does. And all this without being seen or heard by a single living soul, let alone succumbing to a heart attack while he was on the premises.
Das has just radioed in that the caravan, there's no sign of Heck.
Oh, he'll be at the hospital.
Yeah, they tried there.
Sounds like Heck's done a runner.
About 7 o'clock this morning it was when he dropped by. No, not that stuff. He brought me a little present. Best medicine you can get.
Well, he certainly has your best interests at heart, doesn't he, Mr. James?
He's got a bee in his bonnet about this operation. Says he wants to put me in somewhere private, so I won't have to wait.
Well, that's going to cost a lot of money.
Well, yeah, that's what I says to him. He says, don't worry about it, you've got it all figured out. And I says, so what are you going to do, Heck? Dig up another nugget? He says, no, he knows how to lay his hand on a quid damn sight easier than that.
Thanks.
Ah, we've located Heck.
Excellent. Enjoying the weather in Rio, is he?
He's just down in the main street, as a matter of fact. One of the bank managers responded to our alert. Cooper and McKinley down there picking him up now.
After all the publicity about this nugget, you'd think that Heck would be a bit crazy to try and cash it in, wouldn't it?
It wasn't the nugget he was trying to cash in.
My colour. I'll do what I bloody well like with it.
And your partner, Mr. James, he's not entitled to a say?
Told him this morning he didn't have no complaints.
At the hospital?
Told you, did he?
Well, he seemed a bit vague about the details.
Oh. Silly old fart. Must have had his hearing aid turned down again.
And where did you find this?
In the thunderbox.
Sorry?
The dunny. You got a hearing problem too, have you? Went out this morning, did me business, there she was.
Heck, how do you think it got into your toilet?
You tell me.
So what about this missing nugget?
What about it?
What do you know about the disappearance of it?
Nothing.
You see, I understand that the bank, sir, valued your gold dust at just under $6,000.
So?
Well, bypass operation would be about, what, 25,000 less 6 for the dust. That'd leave you 19,000 short of the mark. Now, where were you going to get that?
PJ, I spoke to the bank manager. Heck actually went in there and saw her and applied for a loan for 20,000. Sorry.
Any more bloody silly questions, Mr. Dick Tracy? Or can I get along and see Bert now?
Right, there's two possibilities here. Heck assaults Bert and hides the dust down the latrine. Right, now, Heck has a fit of remorse, he cashes in the dust, and decides to pay for Bert's op.
No.
All right, what about scenario number 2? Heck's telling the truth, it's got nothing to do with it.
Well, it's the absence of any other leads. It only leaves us with 2 possible suspects.
Kinsella and Burgess.
Yeah, all right, I've got no problem with opportunity and means, but what about motive?
Well, maybe they just want to get the old guys out of their hair. I mean, Heck's been giving them all sorts of hell over this lease stuff. So they bash Bert and point the finger at Heck.
And they hide the dust to give them a motive.
No, it's too neat. I mean, what about temptation and greed? That gold that's got to be worth $6,000.
Yeah, well, what's $6,000 if you discover a nugget for $2 million?
But they couldn't have known they were going to find that, not for sure.
They put it there themselves.
Well, planted it.
Adam, you know about this stuff.
Please.
Well, yeah, it's possible, but
Yep,
why would
yes.
you bother? I mean,
One moment. PJ, it's the Department of Energy and Minerals. They're returning your call.
Yeah, right, I'll take it. Mags, can you look up a number for Kalgoorlie Police,
Yep.
please? Right. Energy and Minerals didn't think it was unreasonable for a couple of blokes from the west to apply for a lease in Victoria.
And what about Heck's claim that he and Bert never ever got the renewal remote?
No, the copy's on file.
Got that number you're after?
Thank you.
What's so interesting about Kalgoorlie?
Oh, Jamie Burgess' hometown.
Did you get my minties? Hey, is there any way to work out where the gold actually came from?
well, I mean, you could analyse a sample, but an expert could tell at a glance.
Oh, Heck must know a bit about it.
Geez, he'd want to. Thought he used practice.
How'd you go?
Oh, I spoke to a very nice young girl from WA. She's getting back to me.
Oh, your tooth again? Mount Thomas Police Constable Joel speaking.
I've got an appointment this afternoon.
Yeah, get it quick.
The dentist?
The
odontist.
What's that?
That leads its root
just,
canal therapy.
You know, you stay out of
You'll
it.
enjoy
I'll be there in
that.
a sec. Bye.
It's very
Trouble
funny.
at the
Seen Marathon
Imperial,
Man?
Very
Burgess
funny.
and Kinsella.
Very good, Nick. Very good.
Yeah. Cooking show business.
That's why John the Force.
Police, open the door, thanks.
Come on, spare key.
Open the door, thanks. All right. Now you stand over there. Now, what seems to be the problem? You over there.
Sorry for a bit loud.
A bit loud. I thought the ceiling was going to fall in.
Yeah, well, it's all sorted out now.
Oh, come on, you two. This is crazy. The nugget's gone missing.
We're aware of that.
No, you don't understand. This time it's really gone.
We were trying to cut a deal with the Golden Nugget Casino. They're after display piece, but they wouldn't come at a decent price.
What would you call a decent price, Mr. Kinsella?
$3 million? Not a cent under 2.5 anyway.
Right, so you stage managed your own little crime.
The more hype, the greater the value. The extra publicity might have attracted another bidder. Pushed up the price.
Well, we waited till everybody in the hotel was asleep and then carried her downstairs and put in Matt's four-wheel drive. Well, figured it'd be safe enough there.
Certainly from us, at least, yeah.
Oh, look, we knew you had to come clean sooner or later. Knew we'd cop some flack, but... Oh, I had this feeling O'Farrell would be after it, and I reckon the best way to put him off the scent was to let him think somebody else had beaten him to it.
Right, so you're saying this is some kind of a warp security
Yeah, I know, it
exercise.
sounds crazy,
Yeah,
but,
you're right. You know, it does. It sounds really crazy. Almost as crazy as the yarn Kinsella tried to spin us. I am hanging out to hear girlfriend's story.
I had no idea until I got back to the hotel today.
Yeah, where'd you get back from?
From my walk.
Mm-hmm.
We have a glorious range of wildflowers in these parts. I had such a lovely time looking at them. What was intended to be a brisk stroll turned into a 15-kilometre bush hike.
Right. And you found Mr. Burgess and Mr. Kinsella arguing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at first they just said it was about the car being stolen, so I offered to call the police. That's when the whole story came out.
You're from Kalgoorlie, aren't you, Mr. Elbridge?
originally.
Yeah, I hear that Mr. Burgess is too. How'd you get to meet Mr. Kinsella?
Well, he was working there for a while with Jamie.
Oh, what were they doing?
Oh, they were security guards.
Interview terminated at 15:39. False report's a serious charge, Mr. Kinsella.
Fine. But while we're sitting here chatting, O'Farrell's probably halfway to the Alice by now.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's been Mr. James. He's been there the last couple of hours at the hospital.
And we can account for his movements for the rest of the day. In fact, he spent part of it here, didn't he?
Oh, by the way, you know that missing gold dust? We've recovered it. It seems that someone's tried to set up Mr. James and Mr. O'Farrell. It's a copy of the tape.
You can change it if you like, or if there's anything you'd like to add.
No, I think we've covered everything.
Nick and I are just going to head down to the National Park to see if the joyriders dump the car. They could have been taking it for spare parts or something.
Come on, even a car thief wouldn't be dumb enough to overlook a $3 million hunk of gold.
Ah, well, we'll just set up a speed trap so the taxpayers' money's not completely wasted.
Has anybody thought to interview the rest of the guests at the Imperial? Somebody might have seen this car being pinched without actually realising.
Oh, yeah, Megs, you're going to have to handle that one.
Oh, thanks a
No,
lot.
I got root canal therapy, remember?
Give me a break, I'm about to knock off.
Root canal. Adam, mate.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it.
Thank you very much.
And listen, we still don't know why Burgess and Kinsella would want to fake a robbery in the first place, do we?
Well, they probably wanted to get the thing under wraps before some expert demanded a professional analysis.
Yeah, so that would have to mean that it was a plant.
Yeah, well, the girlfriend did mention that these boys are coming from Kalgoorlie.
Now, why does that name keep popping up?
Not sure. Might have a little chat to my friend from WA. You know, the sexy Pee-wee?
Give him my regards.
Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, great. Good on you. Yeah, well, thanks, Janine. You've had a date. Right. Thank you. Obliging girl, nothing is a hassle with her.
And?
Well, it seems the Kalgoorlie Gold Company lost a full load of bullion en route to the vault in 1990. And guess who were the security guards?
Burgess and Kinsella.
Yep. The van was ambushed, the bullion vanished along with the thieves. Now, I reckon Kinsella and Burgess got a cut of the spoils.
Which, 7 years later, they're trying to palm off as a nugget found half a continent away from the scene of the crime. But is that actually possible to return the refined gold back to its natural state?
Well, according to my lady friend in Kalgoorlie, it's been done before.
Oh. And can your lady friend tell you how it's done?
No, but I know who can. You coming? Won't take you into overtime. I've got to be at the torturer by 6, remember? Hey, chop, chop. Nosy Parker.
Well, this is your bullion, you see. That's the refined gold, and you heat that until it runs like warm butter.
All right. Now, how would you melt it, Mr.
Need a
James?
kiln for that. Yeah.
A kiln?
Some sort of brick oven you can fire to a very high temperature. And a crucible for the gold.
Then you get yourself a load of quartz rock and sand from the mine.
Because gold's always found with other elements, isn't it?
Oh, you're wasting your time in the police force, girlie.
I got your silver digger.
Ah, nearly always find silver where you find gold. Hey, presto. There's your gold nugget. Made to order any size you like.
Well, what about setting it? Wouldn't you need some sort of a mould or...?
Oh, well, what do you reckon? Echo on the ground do the trick?
Do it in water if yours was real smart.
Yeah, see, because the water makes it go all jagged.
No, hang on, that's fine.
More like the
We'll
real
get the picture.
thing.
That's fine. Thank you. You want to get
Good news?
No, nothing yet, but we've got a couple of good leads coming.
Mr. Kinsella down there?
Yeah.
Well, I want to have a chat to him about his vehicle.
Something I can help you with?
No, we're in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind, sir?
Well, look, maybe we'll be out in a minute.
Ah, bit of a hurry.
Hey, Matt! Coming?
Yeah.
What's your head?
What exactly are we looking for?
Hey?
Oh, Mr. Kinsella.
Over here.
Just a couple of questions, sir, about this missing nugget.
I'm far away.
You said it was hidden in your vehicle. Where exactly?
Well, it was in sort of a compartment.
Oh, like a toolbox?
Yeah, I guess so.
Was it locked?
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
Is that it?
Yeah, anything else?
No, I can think of now.
Oh, yeah, just out of curiosity, where exactly did you find this nugget?
Well, just through there.
Right, why don't we take a look? Well, Constable Doyle here's thinking about taking up mining.
Look, a lot of loose rock.
You know, we'll be right.
Well, why don't you wait here and I'll go and get the big line?
We won't move.
Excellent.
Thanks.
You can go if you like.
No, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
There's no sign of Kinsella's four-wheel drive anywhere.
Do you know, they could have taken it interstate, spray job and a change of plates.
Well, might still turn up. How did you get onto the Imperial?
No witnesses.
Who's this for?
It's for PJ from a Janine in Kalgoorlie.
Janine and Cal. He gets around the old PJ, doesn't he? What's it say? Here we go. Still working on that date. And the name you were after for a third party. It's a bit kinky, isn't it?
Yeah, give me it. But the Sarge here recalls that the 3 security guards ambushed in the bullion robbery were viciously beaten with iron pipes. Burgess and Kinsella recovered, the other one died. Have a nice day, Janine. I wonder what that's all about.
I've no idea, but if you're so interested and PJ's not here, why don't you follow it up?
Boss, I told Stacey I'd be home on time tonight.
He's under the thumb already. It's pathetic, isn't it?
Well, what about Maggie?
Yeah, just don't pass the buck. Do it yourself, please. Anyway, Maggie's not back till Thursday. Why don't you read the roster once in a while?
Yeah, cheer up, mate. This mysterious Janine sounds like a very nice...
I'm married, mate.
No.
Is this a crucible?
Yeah.
PJ. PJ.
Max.
PJ. Don't move.
I'm all right.
Just get... Gee, something's broken.
I'm okay.
Don't move.
You're all right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't move.
Hang on,
I'm
Hank.
gonna
I'm
get
okay.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to cut above your head.
Is it bad?
No, that's what I can't see.
Come on, Jamie, you crazy? Come on! Look, we've got to get him out of there. Look here!
We're here! We're done!
Baby, give me a hand. I'll get out of the way. Oh, come on, man.
No, we're here! We got this. Yes, please, I'm down there like that.
Maggie!
Go!
Maggie, stop it!
We gotta go!
Stop it! Stop it!
You look at me. It's going to be okay.
You all right, Maggie?
Sorry.
No.
I don't intend anybody finding us in a hurry, do they?
You heard Burgess is all out of nerve.
Well, Burgess will do anything Kinsella tells him to.
The worst
PJ, we
case
both know
scenario
that.
is this. Look, if they don't miss us tonight, I mean, by Thursday morning, the alarm bell's going to go off left, right and centre.
Thursday?
Right? Well, it's 48 hours max,
I can
Maggie.
count.
It's no problem.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll just curl up in the fetal position and try to forget that I've been buried alive,
Well,
shall
at
I?
least you got good company.
That is so bloody typical. You can't deal with anybody else's feelings but your own, and so you've got to make a joke of it. I can't believe that I've been working with you all this time and you still don't know the first thing about me,
You've
do
got
you?
48 hours and a captive audience. Now, do you want to try me?
VKC to all units in the St David's area. We have a semi that's lost its load at the...
It's a phobia, PJ. Some people, they don't like heights, and other people can't stand spiders. With me, it's confined spaces. Does there have to be a reason?
Well, with Maggie Doyle, there's always got to be a reason.
Well, there isn't one.
You said I don't really know you. It's probably partly your fault.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Just give me something in depth.
In depth.
Yeah. Yeah, like, well, why did you join the force?
You know why I joined the force, PJ.
Yeah, I know. You joined to make a difference. Tell me what you didn't put on your CV.
In depth.
Yeah, straight from the heart.
Well, because of Dad, and then later Mick and Robbie joining up too. I mean, I never intended to go the same way as them, but everything else I tried to do, it seemed kind of beside the point. I guess the decision was made up in my mind a long time ago.
Any regrets?
No.
Now who's giving me emotional shorthand?
Well, what's to regret? I enjoy the job, and it's not exactly dead end, I don't think. You know, I mean, given 3 years and reasonable luck, I could end up in a prestige squad like Homicide. What more could a girl want?
What about marriage and a family?
It's a very old-fashioned thing to say, PJ, not to mention the very
No,
sexist.
these days you can mix career and family, no problem.
No, you've seen the statistics. Serious relationships don't tend to survive a police force career.
Well, your parents did.
No, it didn't. Or rather, what it didn't survive was my father's total single-mindedness. Oh, it's not something that we Doyles, we don't like to talk about it, especially amongst ourselves. But, you know, I mean, when things were going great, there was no worries, but when they weren't, well, Dad, he could not switch off.
Well, if you're a copper, who can?
Yeah, exactly. But it was Mum who had to deal with all of the anger and frustration that we can't afford to work off at the station. And it's sometimes I wonder whether it didn't drag her down with it in the end. Because they say that about cancer, don't they? That it gets you when your resistance is really low. Relationships and police work, they just don't mix. Yeah, someone should really write that in the rule book, I think.
Yeah, well, maybe what they should write is, you shouldn't fall in love with someone like your dad.
There's my problem. I think that's probably the sort of bloke that I'm stupid enough to fall in love with.
I thought you might be getting a bit tired of hospital food.
Oh, yeah, beauty. Thanks, Digger. Look who's here. Yeah. You want a bit of coffee, mate?
Oh, no, thanks. That hospital stuff always tastes like dirty dishwater to me.
Yeah, well, that's why Eck and me like to put a drop of disinfectant in it.
Found that nugget, did you?
No, not yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, so the bugger's wife's never found.
Cheers. Like a couple of gooses trying to lay a golden egg.
Did Dick Tracy ever figure out what they found in the first place?
What?
The bullion.
Sorry, Heck, I'm not with you. What?
The stuff they used to make the nugget. That detective of yours was round here this hour. He got...
Press that button, quickly.
Nice!
Right, it's not exactly five-star accommodation, but do with a bit of sleep. Mattress is a bit hard, but you'll be right. Come on, hop on.
I can't sleep.
Yes, you can. Come on. Dumbbell. I've got it.
Thanks.
There's a pillow. Would you? Like that.
All right. Bedside lamp off. Mags,
Yeah.
how do you know he's like your dad?
Go to sleep.
Complete cardiac arrest.
Well, they got him started up again, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, eventually, yes.
Poor old Bert.
Well, in a way, it was worse for Heck. Thought he'd had a heart attack too. In the end, the nurse found him a pill in bed somewhere.
Hey, maybe I should drop in on him later. Adam, do you want to come?
Oh, no, I got one, thanks, Dash.
Sent Cooper a love letter.
No, it's from Janine in Kalgoorlie.
Oh, read it out. It's one of PJ's. Good, eh?
Yeah, I rang her last night and asked her to send me everything she had for him so I could follow it up. Looks like he's onto something pretty hot.
Oh, eh?
Bullion, that's what Heck was on about.
What bullion?
Well, according to Janine, PJ was chasing up a link between Burgess Kinsella and a gold robbery in WA several years ago. He thought it might explain the nugget.
We need to follow this up ASAP.
Well, should someone tell PJ?
No, we'll do it. Everything Mercy's sought too.
I really don't see what our employment history is.
Hey, Matt, things that you saw the police. Sorry, I'll come back.
No, it's all right, mate. I just have more details about the nugget, that's all.
I was just saying, I was talking to a mate of mine last night who lives over in Kalgoorlie. Your names were mentioned. He tells me you two were local heroes a few years back after that bullion robbery.
We were the security guards on duty at the time, yeah.
I believe you were both injured.
That's right.
A third security guard was killed.
Yes.
What, you two were just lucky, were you?
I don't think they meant to kill anyone. They just hit poor Danny too hard.
Oh, get out of it, mate. There's people out there, they'd knock over their own grannies for that sort of money.
It was an accident. Pure and simple.
Oh, we'll leave it at that for now. Keep you posted on any developments.
Much appreciated.
Was he a good mate of yours, this Danny?
Yeah, he was the best. We used to go prospecting together, eh, Matt?
Every weekend.
Yeah, Danny was sure we'd find the big one eventually.
Good old Danny, and you did. Gee, it's a shame he's not around to share the birdies, no?
Where's Detective Hasham today?
He's off sick, why? Do you need to talk to him?
No, I'm just curious.
What?
Bacon and eggs or a full continental breakfast, sir. Courtesy of hotel management, or if you'd prefer it, I could do you a soft-boiled egg.
No, I don't want anything. Next time down caught in a mine shaft, remind me to have something more substantial before lunch.
How's your tooth?
Fantastic. Get to sleep.
Oh, brilliantly. Well, what do you want to talk about then?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about my tooth. I don't want to talk about my stomach. I don't want to talk about food.
You always this grumpy first thing in the morning?
Mm-hmm, always.
No wonder you never got married. No self-respecting woman to put up with you.
No, I never got married, Maggie, but I met the right woman.
Oh, now who's using emotional shorthand? Ha-ha!
You serious?
Yeah, I am. Don't you think it's time I got some answers?
We must have been getting warm because Burgess was getting nervous.
Oh, we should have brought him in. We could have got some info out of him.
We're on a fishing expedition and Kinsella knows it, and he's the one pulling Burgess's strings.
But if you push Burgess, he'll let something slip.
Well, Chris will have the lunches ready by now. I could pick him up while I'm there if you want.
I suppose anything's worth a try at this stage. Take McKinley with you, and it's only worth it if you can get Burgess on his own.
Right, all right. Coming, Dad. Try downstairs.
Yeah.
Miss Delbridge, could you tell us where Mr. Burgess is by any chance?
Have you tried over him?
Yeah, no one's answering.
Oh, I bet he's dozed off again. There's a devil for that.
Jamie? Mount Thomas 308 to VKC. We need an ambulance urgently at the Imperial Hotel, Mount Thomas.
I always thought love was one of those chemistry things, you know. I must be getting fussy in my old age. I don't really think it is. I think it's more like what my father's got with my mum. You know, like beauty, intelligence, strength of character.
For all of which your mother scores exceptionally high marks, I take it.
Oh, that was scored 1 to 10. She's at 20.
It's a pretty tough act to follow.
Yeah, it is. There is one person I know who becomes pretty close. I guess if I lose her, I lose for good.
Oh, how does she feel about that?
No, I don't know. Often wondered. I mean, I've tried to tell her. I just don't know, I just never found the right words. But then she said I was... Oh, she told me I was too much like a dad and couldn't take a chance on that. So that's the end of that.
Well, maybe she never knew what a big chance you were prepared to take on her.
I think she understands now.